Okay, so here is one of our problems that we are going to go over um, to see if we are all on the right track. So a rope was 14 and 35 inches, hundredths, I'm sorry, inches long. Megan cut the rope into 7 pieces of equal length. What was the length of each piece of rope in inches? So this was a checkpoint question of yours. It was also a STAAR question back several years ago. So let's see if you can solve it. If you remember the trick, there was a tricky part in this problem. I wanted to see if you remembered it, what to do at one of those certain points in the problem that tripped everyone up on the checkpoint. Okay, so we're going to set it up this way. We have a total piece of rope. We're cutting it into groups, 7 equal groups. So our 7 goes on the outside and 14 and 35 hundredths goes on the inside. I'm going to immediately put my decimal up there. And then I'm going to write my multiples of 7. I'm always so happy when it is a single digit number because those multiples are usually much easier. You don't have to do other multiplication problems off to the side just to figure out our multiples. So this is going to be a little simpler. And then our last one is 63. Okay. So I know 7 cannot go into 1, so I'm going to put an X over here. Very, very important because I know 17 goes into 14 2 times. I do not want to put the 2 above the 1. That is going to give me problems. That's going to mess up my place value of my decimal. So I'm going to put it over the 4 to show that 7 goes into 14 2 times. 7 doesn't go into 1 2 times, it goes into 14 2 times. So we divided. Now you know what we should do? Let's write out our steps. Mom does. McDonald's serve cheeseburgers, really. Okay. This is always good to do in case you have gotten into your division problem and all of a sudden you got distracted or something happened and you're not sure what to do next, or yeah, you're just in the middle of your division problem, you have totally forgotten what to do next. This is great to do. It's going to help you keep track of where you are in the process. So always a good idea to do that. Okay, so we just divided. Now we're going to use the multiple that we use, that 7 goes into 14 2 times. So I'm going to use my 14 multiple and subtract. Okay, here I have the 0 from subtracting. And then I check, is 0 less than 7? Yes, now I can bring down my 3. And now I'm going to repeat, which means I go up to divide. So at this point, I tell myself, can 7 go into 3? Usually the answer is always yes, but what if the answer is no? 7 cannot go into 3. Then what goes above the 3? Just like we put an X above the 1, we can put an X above the 3, or we can put a 0 above the 3. It's the same thing. So then, if I said that 7 goes into 3 0 times, then I'm going to multiply 0 times 7 is 0 and subtract. Check, is 3 less than 7? Yes, so I can bring down. Now I am going to repeat. Can 7 go into 35? Yes. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. I've reached 0. I have nothing left to bring down. Here's my answer. Is it in here? Yes. Now, if anyone would have multiplied to check on their checkpoint, then they wouldn't have gotten this wrong. Because all we really need to do, look how easy this multiplication problem is. Oops, I'm multiplying by the wrong thing, aren't I? Even math teachers make mistakes. Okay. 5 times 7 is 35. Carry the 3. 0 times 7 is 0 plus 3 is 3. 2 times 7 is 14. Highlight my places behind the decimal. Highlight in my answer. Put in my decimal. And they are equal, which means that H is the correct answer.